Hello, my name is Victoria and I work at an Australian university. In the last 5 years, I've done a lot of work with university and high school students, helping them to improve their writing skills. And that's what I want to do here with you today, offer you some tips that will help you now and into the future. Because if you're planning to go to university, then effective writing will play a big part in your success. But what kind of writing is required of you at university? Well, just as when we're speaking, we don't only write in one particular way, we alter the type of writing we do to suit the occasion. Just as we alter our use of language, depending on whether we're speaking in a group with our friends, one-on-one to a teacher, or to the whole school assembly as a school captain. How we write depends on the purpose or the why of our writing. Some of the genres or types of writing you'll encounter at university include long pieces of writing you're probably already familiar with, such as academic essays, research reports, and case studies. But there's other types that are equally important to know about that I want to tell you about today, and one of them is the application. Students will write applications for a number of reasons at uni: to get into uni, to get extra opportunities like going overseas on exchange, to get a job while at uni, and the one I'm going to talk about today, to apply for scholarships to uni. In an application, our task as writers is to provide certain information that will allow our audience to make a decision, whether or not to give us the scholarship money or the job that we're after. But because our audience doesn't know us, doesn't know who we are, what we've done, or what we're capable of in the future, we have to try and communicate that through writing in a short space that an application allows us. And at the same time, we must also think, who is our audience? What do they want? And what do they want to know about us in order to make the decision that we want them to make? So for example, an employer wants employees who are reliable, honest, and can work well with others. What does a university want in its students? Academic ability, of course, but also universities want students who are committed to their course of study, who are ambitious and focused on the future, and who have a capacity for leadership. In the exercises that follow, you're going to learn some strategies for composing effective answers to application questions. So, what to ask yourself when reading the question, some thinking prompts to help you gather material, and then some sentence starters to get you writing. So my first tip is to treat the prompt or question in the application just like an exam question. What exactly is it asking you to do? How many parts to the question are there? Highlight them, chunk them, break it up. So this way you can make sure you answer the whole question and you can make your audience happy. The next step is to swap places for a moment. Become the reader and have a look at some sample responses that somebody else has written. You can then identify the places in the text where the writer answers or fails to answer the question, and what effects the writing is having. Is it making the writer sound like a thoughtful, passionate student, or is it making them sound like a robot? Is the writer coming across as someone with a clear goal and a strong purpose, or someone who's only just discovered what chemical engineering is and thinks it might sound interesting for the future? Finally, there are 2 strategies that you can use to overcome that writer's block that we sometimes experience and get some words down on the page. A thinking prompt is a really good way to help you connect to yourself, to tap into that ambition or that passion that you have for the field that you want to study in the future. And second, a sentence starter is a really good way to help you shift into the more formal register that's required for application writing. So, now that you know what we're going to do, let's get started.